Hello, nature-loving viewers, and welcome to another edition of Animal World, our co-inhabitants. Today we will travel to exotic Tanzania, in the heart of East Africa, which is renowned for its diverse and abundant flora and fauna. Over 4 million wild animals representing 430 species and countless subspecies call Tanzania home, where you can see elephants, giraffes, buffaloes, hippopotamuses, lions, leopards and cheetahs, as well as thousands of species of insects, reptiles and birds. Blessed with this natural treasure, Tanzania takes great care in preserving its wildlife. More than a third of the country's territory is dedicated to wildlife reserves, marine parks, conservation areas, and national parks. These protected regions include the Sailor's Game Reserve, Africa's largest animal reserve. Not only do Tanzania conservation efforts safeguard the wilderness, but also hundreds of threatened, vulnerable, and endangered species. Tanzania's 14 national parks, including the Serengeti National Park, where one can witness the amazing national wild beast migration, are world-renowned. Also, Gombe National Park is known as the home of Dr. Jane Goodall's pioneering research on chimpanzees. And the Ngorongoro Conservation Area is a United Nations educational, scientific and cultural organization or UNESCO World Heritage Site. Now, let's take a journey of discovery through some of these wonderful wildlife areas and meet many plant and animal friends. From the open Serengeti Plains, we will soar to the peak of Mount Kilimanjaro, sail to the Spice Island of Zanzibar, and deep south to the Garden of God. Excited? Let's begin. Our first stop is the Serengeti National Park in northern Tanzania. Named one of UNESCO's World Heritage Sites, the park is an explorer's dream, supporting many well-loved species, including the must-see Big Five, the lion, the black rhinoceros, the African buffalo, the African leopard, and the African elephant. First, let's take a look at the giant of Serengeti, the African elephant. The African elephant is one of the largest mammals on Earth, weighing up to 6.5 tons for an adult male. These peaceful beings maintain their bulk through a purely vegan diet, and they really know how to eat, consuming vegetation such as grass, twigs, bark, fruit, and leaves. Elephants can put away up to 170 kilograms of food a day. Their plant-based diet allows them to lead a long life of 60 to 70 years. Extremely affectionate, altruistic, and social beings, elephants live in a close-knit herds of up to 100 members comprised of loving families. Elephants' mothers nurse and raise orphaned baby elephants in the herds. Elephants have also been known to aid humans in distress. In addition, elephants are highly intelligent and were praised by the Greek philosopher Aristotle for their cleverness. Moreover, elephants exhibit a large range of emotions and behaviors, including humor, grief, compassion, and play. Of course, no discussion of the Serengeti can be completed without mention of the annual wild beast migration, one of the world's most awe-inspiring natural spectacles. Each year, around May, over 1 million wild beasts, zebras, gazelles, and other hoofed animals journey north through the region in search of better grazing grounds. Many iconic pictures of this event have been taken at the crossing of Grumedi River, which runs through the Serengeti National Park. A special species of antelope, wildebeest, are commonly known as mules. These marvelous beings derive their genus name from the Greek words for beards and flowing hair. The distinctive black and blue wildebeests are native to Africa. The wildebeest love to graze, making the Serengeti Plains an important habitat for these gentle vegans. Plant-powered, the wildebeest can run up to 65 kilometers per hour. Among the other species native to the bountiful Serengeti is the gray-crowned crane, who lives in the wetland grassland habitats of Tanzania and other parts of Africa. These beautiful birds are characterized by white cheek patches and red gular sac under their chins and a distinctive crown of gold feathers. Great round cranes produce special horns by first inflating their gular sacs and then pushing the air out to vocalize. Gray-crowned cranes also enjoy dancing, especially seen during courtship when males woo females with jumping, head pumping, bowing, running and wing flapping. The gray-crowned crane is the national bird of Uganda. Bordering the Serengeti National Park is the Ngorongoro Conservation Area, another UNESCO World Heritage Site. The area includes its namesake, the Ngorongoro crater, the world's largest unbroken caldera and a beautiful wonder of the world. This Ngorongoro also protects the active volcano Oldonyo Langai, meaning mountains of God, in the language of the native Maasai people. Typical of Tanzania, the Ngorongoro Conservation Area has a great diversity of wildlife, flora, and flourishing ecosystem. It is also a tourist paradise where the critically endangered black rhinoceros may be seen. A native of East Africa, the black rhinoceros is actually not black, but a mix of white, gray, and brown. Due to habitat loss and poaching, black rhinoceros are in real danger of vanishing from our planet. Of the 4 subspecies, the West African black rhinoceros has been declared extinct. But scientists hold on to the hope that some undiscovered West African black rhinos may still be living in the wild. Weighing from 800 to 1,350 kilograms, black rhinos are another hardly herbivorous species, unlike the grazing wildebeest, who dines on the rolling grass of the Serengeti Plain. The black rhinoceros is a browser, tending to eat twigs, leafy branches, and young shoots. Black rhinos has been found to eat up to 220 different species of plants. A hardy survivor, the black rhino can also go 5 days without water. Although black rhinos tend to be solitary, they share mutual relationships with birds such as the oxpeckers and egrets. These birds sometimes serve as alarm givers. When danger approaches, oxpeckers may give off a high-pitched call to warn rhinos away. We now travel to southeast by land and hop across the Dar es Salaam Bay to Tanzania's mysterious island, Zanzibar, widely known for its spices, especially cloves, peppers, nutmeg, and cinnamon. Perhaps less well known but just as important are the islands of Zanzibar leopards and the Zanzibar red colobus, 2 animal species not found anywhere else in the world. The Zanzibar red colobus is a highly endangered animal with approximately 1,500 individuals remaining in the wild. Dark red to black in color, these playful primates are found in forests and mangroves and are vegetarian, specializing in leaves eating. While they prefer young leaves, red colobuses also eat seeds, flowers, and ripe fruits, and have even been observed eating bark, dead wood, soil, and charcoal. To aid in the digestion of tough plant material, the red colobus has a 4-chambered stomach that absorbs cellulose. Red colobuses are social animals that play and groom one another when not feeding. They are also highly vocal, using calls to communicate everything from dangerous warnings to feeding time. Ferrying back across the bay, we track south to the Sailors Game Reserve, a sprawling wildlife sanctuary that covers over 54,600 square kilometers. The reserve is one of the largest wilderness areas in Africa, with both human habitation and permanent structures banned from the region. The Sailors Reserve is a wildlife haven, largely undisturbed by human influence. It is also an ideal spot for research into ecological and biological processes. Large animals found here include the African elephants, the black rhinoceroses, the giraffe, the crocodile, the hippopotamus, and the African buffalo. Other animals living in the reserve are the impala, the zebra, and the gazelle, and a large population of the endangered African wild dog. West of the Sailors Reserve in Tanzania's southern highlands, in the Kitulo Plateau, which locals call the Garden of God. Botanists refer to the area as the Serengeti of flowers. As may be expected, the Garden of God is a botanical wonderland of a richly colorful flora, including over 350 species of plants. Among these are 45 varieties of terrestrial orchids and 30 species of asters. Besides his beautiful flowers, the Garden of God also hosts many species of butterflies, lizards, frogs, and birds, such as the endangered blue swallow. Tanzania's only colony of rare Denham's bustard also lives here. These birds are characterized by a distinguished pattern of black, white, and brown on their wings, although the male pops out his throat, displaying a ball of white feathers in courtship. Denham's bustards are mostly silent. Tanzania has numerous freshwater lakes, including Lake Munyara in the north, which famed American writer Ernest Hemingway described as the loveliest lake I have seen in Africa. Lake Munyara is especially dotted for its expansive array for bird life. On a first-time visit, travelers can expect to see 100 different bird species. Pelicans, cormorants, and other large water birds frequent the lake. Thousands of flamingos clad in beautiful pink are truly a sight to see. Tanzania borders 3 of the great African lakes: Lake Victoria, Lake Malawi, and ancient Lake Tanganyika, the world's second oldest, second deepest, and second largest freshwater lake by volume. The depth and volume of the Lake Tanganyika allowed scientists to study evolution at work. Besides various species of jellyfish, shrimps, and crabs, Lake Tanganyika holds over 250 cichlid species, 98% of which evolved in the lake. cichlids are admired worldwide for their brilliant colors and wide range of sizes, stripes, and spots. Today's journey ends here, on the sparkling shores of the Lake Tanganyika, where we reflect on the amazing animals of Tanzania and learn where colorful scalefish explore deep waters, birds with flashy feathers soar above the clouds, and four-legged land dwellers roam the plains. We wish to thank the Tanzanian government for its noble efforts in wildlife conservation. And we also thank you, enlightened viewers, for your loving presence today on Animal World, our co-inhabitants. May heaven's blessing forever shine on us all. For more details, please see www.suprememastertv.com/AW.